I researched Oaxaca. I really did. I Googled the food scene, watched the travel vlogs, made a list. I had a plan. The plan lasted about 4 minutes. Because nobody told me that walking into Mercado Benito Juárez on a Saturday morning is basically a full-body experience. There is smoke. There is chili in the air. There are colors I don't have names for. And someone is already offering me mezcal at 9:30 in the morning. I said yes to the mezcal, obviously. Oaxaca has been a UNESCO World Heritage Site since 1987. Not for its architecture, not for the churches, for its food. I am here for one thing, Oaxaca's giant crispy corn tortilla that some people are calling Mexico's pizza. I need to find out if that comparison is fair or deeply disrespectful, or both. Okay, before we get to the Tlayuda, this man, Roberto, handed me a cup and said something in Zapotec I don't speak. But the international language of just drink it is universal. It tastes like a campfire. In a good way. Mostly. So, the Tlayuda. A Tlayuda has 5 components, every single one available right here in this market. Consider this a guided treasure hunt, where the treasure is carbohydrates. Everything starts with corn. Not just any corn, Oaxacan corn. The Zapotec people were cultivating this specific variety over 3,000 years ago. When someone says corn tortilla, you think that thin, papery thing from the supermarket. This is not that. This is the original. Everything else is a cover version. This is the asientos, black bean paste. It looks like something you'd paint a fence with. I mean that as a compliment. Made from black beans slow-cooked with lard. Not oil, lard. Reduced until it's thick, almost spreadable. Except with 3,000 more years of history. This is quesillo, Oaxacan string cheese. It comes in a ball, this massive woven ball of cheese. You unravel it like you're knitting something very delicious. Same technique as Italian mozzarella, except Oaxaca got there independently, which either means great minds think alike, or cheese is simply inevitable. When it hits heat, it melts into these long, ridiculous strings that have been responsible for more dropped phones than any other food in history. Tasajo, thinly sliced beef marinated and dried. It goes on the grill, it gets charred, and then it goes on top of the Tlayuda where it belongs. Seasoned with lime, garlic, and salt. Hung to air dry before grilling. The drying concentrates the flavor. This is not a hamburger patty. This is beef that has been prepared all 5 ingredients. Right here. In one market. Now I just need to find someone who knows what to do with all of them. Okay, I found her. This is Doña Carmen. She has been making tlayudas at this exact stall for, I asked, 23 years. She looked at my attempt to help earlier, like I had suggested something deeply offensive. So I am just going to stand here and watch. The comal is the key. A large flat clay disc over a wood fire. The Tlayuda tortilla goes on dry, no oil, and gets toasted until it's half crispy outside, but still flexible in the middle. Too crispy and it shatters when you fold it. Too soft and you've just made a large, sad tortilla. This is intentional. This is engineering. You can hear it. That crackle when it hits the clay. That's the sound of something very good being about to happen. Now it begins. The asientos goes on first. Spread thick, no thin film, no light suggestion of beans. Committed, dark and earthy across the full surface. I asked Doña Carmen if there was a technique.
I'm translating it loosely, and you don't have it.
The quesillo comes next, unraveled and layered across the beans. It starts to melt almost immediately. Imagine a blanket of cheese, warm, slightly tangy, on top of a bean pillow, on top of a crispy corn foundation. This is not a snack, this is a structure. The tasajo goes on charred and warm from the grill. It immediately perfumes the whole thing. Smoke and char and beef. And then, the toppings. Sliced avocado, salsa verde, and pickled jalapeno, because apparently everything else was too calm. Right, okay. Okay, so the crunch. The crunch is first. That structural corn crunch. Then the beans. Earthy, slightly smoky, just a little rich. Then the cheese pulls. And it's warm and mild, and it just ties everything together. And then the beef hits, and the salsa verde cuts through all of it, and the jalapeno reminds you that you're alive. Pizza did not come from 3,000 years of corn cultivation and Zapotec tradition and a woman named Doña Carmen who has spent 23 years perfecting a comal technique. Pizza is not the reference point here. The Tlayuda is. Here's what I didn't expect. Doña Carmen told me something I've been sitting with. The Tlayuda has been made in Oaxaca for hundreds of years. It survived colonization. It survived the erasure of indigenous food cultures that happened across Mexico. Every food culture has a dish like this. The one that doesn't need a Michelin star. The one that was always good. And I think that deserves more than a pizza comparison. I bought quesillo wrapped in banana leaf, a bag of dried black beans, a tiny clay bowl from the stall across from Doña Carmen's. I'm not a pottery person, but this is going in my kitchen. Every place has a dish that tells its story. Today, Oaxaca told me hers. Tomorrow, another kitchen. Another tradition. Another story waiting to be tasted. This time, we're heading to the city that changed bread forever. Not just pizza. The streets of Naples hide centuries of incredible food. So pack your appetite. Our next passport stamp begins in Naples.